Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's Brewers baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Adrian Hauser is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
You know, Matt, they say short and sweet. Well, his last one wasn't so sweet. He only pitched 3 innings, and he and his team are expecting a lot more out of him. They really expect him to go deeper in this one and give himself and the team a chance to win this one.
Striding in, Javier Baez. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Dan, D-Row, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
3-0 to him now. Here's a huge swing by Baez and a ball sent to deep left field. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run there for Javi Baez. Home run number 16 for him on the year, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
I love the way this lineup's constructed. Right out of the gate, they smack you right in the mouth with one of the better power hitters in their lineup. And he takes him deep right there to set the tone.
Here's Jason Hayward now.
The right fielder.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Sogard calls for it. 1 down. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He's slugging over .550 on the season. A lot of home runs, a lot of doubles. That's elite power. That's elite slugger territory. Not a lot of guys in the game get to that territory, even some of the really good ones.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Fouled off. Fooled him badly there. I mean badly. It's 1-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
This inning didn't get started the way he'd hoped with that home run, but I've got to give him credit for flushing it and coming back here to get strikeouts on the last 2 guys. He's acting like it didn't even happen before.
Two out, nobody on. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he fouls this one off. Another 0-2 coming.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Fastball well outside.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long. Scrambling.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. But another look here at the solo shot leading off the ball game. On to the bottom of the first, and the Cubs have an early 1-0 lead. Jose Quintana is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a real solid season up to this point. ERA under 3.5, which is saying something in these high-scoring games we see now in the game of baseball. This guy knows how to pitch, and if he's on, he knows how to minimize the damage. He'll be fun to watch in this one.
Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today. I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up the versatile utility man, Brock Holt. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Towards second. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Digging in, Christian Yelich, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. From the stretch.
Hey. 0-1.
The 0-1 on its way. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Brewers take a 2-1 lead.
This is exactly what you want your offense to do, to get your fans involved. Bottom of the first inning, let's get it started early with a homer.
So now to the plate, Omar Narvaez. Fouled away. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. The windup and the 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the edge.
And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Hey, that's a nice job by the batter right there. Left-handed batter going down the third base line. You don't see that happen too often. A lot of things have to go right. And with the third baseman playing off the line, that's a nice job of hitting right there.
Here's Ryan Braun now as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. Now a fastball. Oh, strike 3 called on a pitch that looked inside. Instead, it's out number 2.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
That evens it up 1-1. Quintana sets. Here it comes.
Oh, that's up there.
Too high that time, and it's 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Happ picks it up.
the first baseman.
Here's Jed Jerko now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. In past meetings with Jose Quintana, he brings a 4 for 12 line. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Navarez at second. Sogard on at first with 2 down. Fastball laid off well below the knees. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Drilled on the ground to short. There's Baez throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. Digging Contreras, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. High in the air out to center field. Kane is camped under this one, and very quickly one gone.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He'll check in here at 256. 10 home runs and 21 driven in. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2. Line to the right side, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, definitely not the execution you're looking for to pull an outside breaking ball, but who cares? Next day's box score, that's a line drive.
At the plate, David Bodie, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He'll enter play with that batting average still shy of the 220 mark. 8 home runs and 15 RBIs. From the stretch.
Outside, that's the ball.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering it that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. On the ground is short. This could be 2. There's Sogard for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. Our score remains 2-1. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a ball. Count 1-0. Aye. Two balls.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And this team, They're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Into the box, Adrian Hauser. She'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. Behind 0-2 now. Rizzo is over to take a look at it. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Lifted in the air out to left field. Bodie is there and he'll put it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They still lead it 2-1.
Welcome back to Miller Park, where these fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Brewers this season. They enter the day near the top of the league in strikeouts, so this is a pitching staff that possesses a lot of dominant arms. One of them told me, the talent and pure stuff on this team is ridiculous. So as long as we're going after the hitters and commanding our pitches in the right spots, we'll have a lot of success. Most of the time that's the case, and that's because we trust in our abilities. It's pretty clear these guys are some of the best around at keeping the opposition off balance. Matt?
Thank you, Heidi. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Hey, you don't see a hitter of his caliber come outside the zone too much. He's super aggressive right now. Let's see if he nibbles a little further off the plate now.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Fielded by Sogard. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that.
And indeed, they will elect to challenge the call. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will review the play from all available angles to come to a final decision.
The Cubs have decided to challenge.
All right, we'll take one last look at it here. The question is there enough video evidence to change the call to safe? And
the decision appears to have been made, and the runner is safe, so the call is overturned. Good challenge there, and they'll maintain the right to do so again later in the game if needed.
Upon video review, the call of out at first base has been overturned, and the batter will take.
Standing in now, Jose Quintana, as he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the third inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitcher's. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
Here's Javier Baez, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. Second at bat for him, and remember, he led off the ball game with that home run to get this offense going. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send to get him off the plate At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Jason Hayward is at the plate as he watches ball one. First and second now, one man out. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball two. Now the 2-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike. The 2-1 home.
Ball inside.
I don't blame him for not coming over the hard of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
And he misses with that one. Ball four, and that's going to load the bases now with still only one away. Here's Chris Bryant now. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, man. Second on the team and runs batted in.
One pitch on its way. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, I love the aggressiveness right here and wanting to be a hero. But this is where you got to tell yourself to relax a little bit. I had an old coach tell me one time, when the bases are loaded, just concern yourself with getting the guy in from third.
The 1-2. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. Number 18 for him on the campaign. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Yeah, you've heard the saying, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, that was the case here. Bases loaded, facing the best power hitter in the lineup, and he showed why he is so feared. He knocked it out of here with a vengeance.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
The catcher, number 40.
So bases are empty here with two gone. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
Oh, has him looking silly here. It's 0-2.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
0-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 1-2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But the damage is already done as the Cubs plate 4 on this grand slam home run. Bottom of the third coming up. It's now 5-2 Chicago. Here's Brock Holt now. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
That's the ball. Ball one, no strike. balls, 1 strike.
Now the 2-1. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And that'll bring up Christian Yelich.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry. Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
A ball and a strike now. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
First delivery to him on the way. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Ryan Braun is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. A runner on first with 2 away. 3-0 now.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
A 3-1 count to the Brewers left fielder.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyhole.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Brewers strand 1. They trail 5-2. Back here in Milwaukee at Miller Park as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Not only have they already put up a bunch of runs on the board, but they've also made the opposing starter work very hard. His pitch count is high, so it seems they'll be getting into the bullpen sooner rather than later.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Ian.
Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Woo, not a spot you'd expect a curveball. He's lucky he missed because that's the kind of pitch that gets hit out of the ballpark.
And it's fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. A solo home run here off the bat of Ian Happ. Number 11 for him on the season as they open it up to 6-2 now. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the 2 teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Yeah, Matty V, one of the things you look for when you come to a Brewers game at Miller Park, you want to see Bernie Brewer go down the slide, and Bernie Brewer's fanny's got to be a little bit sore after this one.
Damn, one of my favorite places to hit at. I always felt like great batter's eye in dead center. You can move traffic to both gaps. A lot of home runs get hit in this yard.
Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first out.
Up next to the Cubs, the second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and standing in now the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
You get a swing like that, you know the hitter made up his mind he was swinging no matter what on that pitch.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Yeah, Matty, I'm going to need a better approach out of the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting in the bottom of the order for a reason. He's got to be willing to work the count, grind it, get this pitch count up, and get on for the boys in front of him.
A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis.
That slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
And they've had some good at-bats against him all game long. It seems like it's just been hard hit after hard hit. As we take a look at his line here, the numbers do not lie. This has not been one of his better outings, and he'd be the first to tell you that.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Set to deliver the 0-1. And a little tapper here in front of the mound as this may work as a sacrifice. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And that brings up Javi Baez. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Sogard is there. And that retires the side. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Cubs 6 and the Brewers 2. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Here's Eric Sogard. A base hit in his first trip.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on. But you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle. And one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle, and that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line him, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. Skied into straightaway right. Hayward has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, the shortstop, Orlando.
So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And up next will be the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Grounder down the line at 3rd. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Avisail Garcia will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning. Hit hard down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. And this is on the ground to short. Could be 2. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. Throw won't get him.
Usually these guys turn that 6-4-3 double play in their sleep, but it looks like he rushed the feed just a little bit. You have to be sure to get at least 1 out. Now we'll see if the guy on the mound can pick up the defense.
Quintana sets. First pitch on its way. Hit hard toward the right side. And Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball. 1 run is scored. 2 runs are in. And he's safe.
With the bases loaded, the pitcher couldn't afford to get behind an account, so he grooves it on the first pitch, and he jumps all over it, clearing the bases and scoring 3. That's part of why pitching with the bases loaded is so challenging.
Brock Holt is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. And he misses with it. 1-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Here's the 2-1 home. Fouled off. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lifted down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase, but this will land untouched. Ready with the 2-2. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. And he fouls this one off. 3 runs already home here. Swing, and he pops him up, but this will land untouched. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat. So stepping in, Christian Yelich, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Strike 1 to start the at bat. Comes set, the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not tacking the strike zone anymore.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder is on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. They certainly know how to have a good time in Milwaukee, and I believe this may just be a brand new type of polka. More from the Corbin Burns, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. Lofted in the air out toward right center. After it is Kane. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant.
This is a close one so far, but really go back to that last at bat. That grand slam he hit really kept him in this game.
Ball 1 to start the at bat. Now the 1-0. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
The first baseman, number 44.
Coming to the plate now, Anthony Rizzo. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Rizzo will head for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. So a 2-out double here gives him some new life here in this 5th inning. And as we take a look at the Cubs leaders in that department, you can see he's right at the top leading this Chicago roster. Here's the young catcher Wilson Contreras, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Contreras comes into action carrying a slugging line above 470. Obviously a potent hitter looking to do some damage right here. 1-1 the count. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
That's a really nice thing about pitching with the base open. You could work out of the strike zone a little bit more and try to get a guy to chase your pitch, just like that one.
Line towards center field, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More of the show, Saturday baseball, after this.
The Brewers, the catcher, Omar Narvaez.
Here comes the first pitch. Check swing called strike. 0-1.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Well, these days don't happen often. You better dig yourself when you get 3 knocks in a big league way to go.
It's hard to have 3 hits in one day, but boy, this guy is off to a great start in this one.
Ryan Braun is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Now a ball lined to the left side. On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
Nope, at the ball.
Boy, that's a great take right there. He might have been frozen by that pitch, but it missed by just enough to give him life in this AB.
Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Fouled away.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Popped him up. There to take it in is Kipnis, and there's one away.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
1-0 the count. A ball and a strike. And it's fouled away. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Oh, and he's going to get rung up on a curveball, and that looked like a questionable strike at best. 2 away.
The first baseman, number 5.
Now at the plate, Jed Jerko. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball.
Don't make your manager be the bad guy in this situation. I know you struggled a little bit right here. You got to find a way to get through this 5th inning and qualify for that win.
The 1-1 is a fastball that misses.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing.
Bullet to second base. A fine play, and that ends the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. Still a tight ball game. It's 6-5. To get underway, trying to pick things up where he left off. Ian Happ is coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
The windup and the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
And a defensive swing there. That pitch hit him, I believe. But it won't matter as it'll go into the books as a strikeout for out number 1. At the plate now, David Bodie, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. A 1-1. Skied into straightaway right. After it is Yelich. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, second baseman.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Look out. A fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people.
Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Kyle Schwarber will look for some two-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at first.
Kyle Schwarber.
And this one's in the dirt. Two out with the man at first. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Hit down the line at first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. From the stretch. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Cubs strand 1. They lead it, however, it's 6-5. Kyle Ryan enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for the Cubs, number 56, Kyle Ryan.
Ready for another chance? Orlando Arcia. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th. Grounded down the third baseline. And that's through for a hit.
Boy, that's a big base hit right there. The only problem now, D-Row, you have the pitcher's spot on deck. It'll be interesting to see how they play this one.
Well, those guys on the bench, they know their pay grade. They've been getting loose since the 4th inning. I look for the manager to definitely make the move here for another bat.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Up top, it's 2-0. Ryan is among a dying breed, those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. A bullet to first base, and they'll put the tag on him heading back to first. It's a double play. In now is Lorenzo Cain. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. Nothing in 1. 2 out, nobody on. A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. None left for Milwaukee. This one remains. Jake Faria is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 36.
7th inning ready to roll. Stepping up now, Javier Baez. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Faria uses a split-finger fastball as one of his weapons of choice in the arsenal. He can really be very deceptive when that pitch is working, and I'd imagine as a hitter it's always in the back of your mind. Yelich able to take this one in, and there's your first out.
Up next to the Cubs.
Now at the plate, Jason Hayward. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. Low and away as he misses again, 2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
2-1 now. Now the pitch. Down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Now here's the pitch.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
And he fouls this one off. Another full count pitch home. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant will stand in here again, and as he does, it's a good time to flash you back to the 3rd inning of the ball game as you take a look at his grand slam. Obviously a key blow early on. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. Chris Bryant leaves the yard with a solo shot. His 2nd home run of the game, and they take a 7-5 lead. And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. And Dan, after that home run, it looks like they might be able to end this losing streak that they've been mired in.
Yeah, and a win at this level feels really good, especially when it's been a while. They're on their way if they can play well the rest of the game.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. Number 17 for him on the season as they open up an 8-5 lead. Brent Suter will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Number 35, Brent.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. As he overcommits here to a slider out of the zone, 1 strike to count. They could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Hit down the 3rd baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Hit on the ground to 3rd. He's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they get a couple of. Last half of the 7th here. Now at the plate, Brock Holt is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Pitch on the way.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a looper to left. Left fielder coming on. He can't get there as it falls in.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
No balls and a strike to count. In the air, out to right. Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away.
Now batting.
Digging in and looking for more, Omar Narvaez. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. That's popped up. In there, a base hit.
And I mean, obviously, this guy is built to play in the daytime. 4 for 4, you know he's seeing it good right now. These are the days that you remember for a long time.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
So we got him swinging. Ryan Braun becomes the second out of the bottom of the 7th. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
With runners on base, 2 outs and 2 strikes, this is a big next pitch for both sides.
And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More from the show, Saturday Baseball, following this message and a word from our local stations. Step in Happ, and if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt, and the throw is there to record the first out. In now, David Bodie. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Now the fastball is swung on and missed. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Kane is after it. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Striding in once again, Jason Kipnis is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Ooh, that was ugly. Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Here it comes on 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're on top by 3, 8-5. Leading off the inning, Jed Jerko, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Jed Jerko. Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher entering the fray now. It'll be the hard-throwing right-hander Craig Kimbrell. He's set. Here it comes. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. A high fastball is in there. Fouled away. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. Liner towards second, but this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Keston Hiura will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. He'll enter play at 313, 7 homers and 25 driven in. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Hiura tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
Now back to the top of the Milwaukee order, digging in Lorenzo Cain. Another RBI spot for him. He's already got 3 in the game. And he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch.
Well, some would say no harm done with that wild pitch, right? But I disagree. The runner's now 90 feet away from scoring, an infield single, a booted ball, and he crosses the plate. That might not be the case if he were still on second.
Rizzo has a play, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. 9th inning coming up. Cubs lead it 8-5. Alex Claudio enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Alex Claudio.
Victor Caratini will try to get his club a little 9th inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. It's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
First pitch on its way. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Cain going back at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall, and he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Well, when you're hitting the ball as well as he is, every time you swing the bat, you're thinking the ball's leaving the ballpark. He had a home run last time, and he almost had another one here. Nothing wrong with a double off the wall, though.
To the plate now, Jason Hayward, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Line drive to center field. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he is in there.
Up next for the Cubs, the third
Chris Bryant will get another shot at it here as we take you back to inning number 7. This was his 2nd home run of the ball game, as he'd like nothing more than to make it 3 right here. Now here's the signal from the dugout, so he'll take first here on the intentional walk, and that makes runners at the corners with 2 away.
Number 44.
Big spot here. Runners at the corners, 2 gone, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Looking at his career totals, Rizzo hits a little over the 270 mark. 0-1 pitch on its way. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Nothing in the Cubs half of the 9th. On to the bottom half. Last chance now for the Brewers. They trail it here by 3. Rowan Wick is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th.
Number 50.
Into the box now, Brock Holt. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he lays off there, 1-0. And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Christian Yelich comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And he lays off for ball 1.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Here's the 2-1. 2-2.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit, kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Here now the 2-2. Gets him looking up around the letters.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
The Brewers down to their final strike. And he holds up on this one, but it's a called strike 3. And with that, the ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
8-5 today. Chicago led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Jose Quintana earns his 5th winner of the year. Adrian Hauser permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. Rowan Wick earns the save out of the bullpen, his 6th. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 8 runs on 11 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Brewers, 5 runs, 13 hits. 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the NL Central, Chris Bryant launched 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total, helping lead the Cubs over the Brewers 8-5. He is among the National League leaders in home runs. Dinelson Lamet earned the win, his 4th this season, as the Padres were winners over the Reds 2-1. As of today, he is in the top 5 in the National League in strikeouts. Steven Brault got win number 1 on the year, helping the Pirates push past the Giants 2-1. Mike Leake grabbed his 4th victory out of the pen as the Diamondbacks took care of the Cardinals 6-4. The win was their 7th in a row. The Braves allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they got the best of the visiting Mets 7-6. Also in Mets news, starting pitcher Noah Syndergaard will be out of action for the next couple of days. He's dealing with bruised ribs. Austin Voth earned his 4th win out of the bullpen, helping Washington get past the Marlins 5-4. Kyle Freeland earned the 3rd W of his season as the Rockies bested the Phillies 4-3. Blake Trinan won his 4th game thus far as the Dodgers grabbed the win over the Tribe 7-4. The Seattle Mariners racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 4-1. Tanner Roark collected win number 3 this year as the Blue Jays claimed the win over the Orioles 5-3. Jose Altuve had a day to remember, amassing an impressive 7 RBIs at the plate, leading the Astros to a win over the Red Sox 10-6. The Rays hit 3 long balls as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 5-1. Elvis Andrus drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs, helping lead the Rangers past Kansas City 7-4. He is in the top 5 in the American League in stolen bases. Fernando Romero earned his first victory of the season, helping lead the Twins to the win over the White Sox 3-1. The Angels sent 3 balls into the seats as they defeated the A's in Oakland 14-3. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.